Yaira lai rai lai rai lai rai lai. Yaira lai rai lai rai lai rai. Yaira nai nai rai lai. Yaira nai nai nai.
And so, as we've heard for the last week now, we're in the season leading up to the new year. Tonight marks the seventh night of the month of Elul, which means Rosh Hashanah is only 3 weeks away. And I know at TBI we are doing all we can to prepare as a community. It's certainly a very different preparation to that which we have done in years gone by, and we know for each and every one of you it's a very different time too. But let's be thankful for this. Thankful for the fact that we've found a way to create a community different to that which we had before we encountered this horrible pandemic, but a community nonetheless which brings meaning and purpose and joy to our lives. That's why we gather for this daily daven, and that's what we hope to achieve in these moments of prayer that follow. Whether you're joining us on Facebook or on YouTube, hopefully you have a copy of the prayer book or have access to a prayer book, our Mishkan Tefillah. We are beginning with the evening prayers, which start on the top of page 4 with the call to prayer.
ברכו את אדוני המבורך, ברוך אדוני מבורך לעולם ועד.
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר בדברו מעריב ערבים, בחוכמה פותח שערים, ובתבונם משנה עיתים, ומחליף את הזמנים, ומסדר את הכוכבים, בשמרותיהם ברקיע כרצונו. בורא יום ולילה, גולה אור מפני חושך, וחושך מפני אור, ומעביל יום ובין לילה, ומבדיל בין יום ובין לילה, אדוני צבאות שמו, אל חי וקיים תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, המעריב ערבים. Bless the eternal one who brings on the evening, and with it our love and our love of you. Ahavat Olam, the top of page 8.
אהבת עולם בית ישראל, עמך אהבת, עמך אהבת, תורה ומצוות, חוקים ומשפטים, אותנו לימדת, אותנו לימדת. על כן אדוני אלוהינו בשוכבנו ובקומנו נשיח בחוקיך, ונשמח בדברי תורתך ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד, כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו. ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך לתסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו אדוני אחד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו לעולם ועד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בהם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, דבר אל בני ישראל ואמרת עליהם, ועשו להם ציצית על כנפי בגדיהם לדורותם, ונתנו על ציצית הכנף פתיל תכלת, והיה לכם לציצית וראיתם אותו, וזכרתם את כל מצוות אדוני ועשיתם אותם, ולא תטורו אחרי לבבכם ואחרי עיניכם אשר אתם זונים אחריהם, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם אמת.
Emet. That word means truth, and it begins our affirmative statements of the Geula, where we recognize the truth of the words we recited in the Shema, and the truth of our people's history, our unbroken story that has faced trial and tribulation. And in the midst of this Geula, we join our voices together with those that have come before us, with Moses, with Miriam, with all Israel, a generation who knew struggles far greater than ours, and a generation who taught us the true beauty and power of redemption. We're 3 weeks away from our new year, as I said in my opening remarks. Let's offer Moses and Miriam's words, these redemptive, powerful words, to the melody of our season, in the hope that that redemption comes soon and to all of us.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לבני משה ומרים, צלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. ונאמר כי ברא אדוני את יעקב, וגאלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל.
Let there be love and understanding amongst us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storm. Eternal One, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, Shomei Amo Yisrael Ad. Blessed are you, Eternal One, Guardian of Israel, now and forever. Page 20, Chatze Karish, the words that lead us towards the Amidah.
יתגדל ויתגדל שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי, והמליך מלכותי, בחיי חון וביומי חון, ובחיי לכל בית ישראל, בעגלה, בעגלה, ובזמן קריב, ויאמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה, יתברך, יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתרומם, יתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי קודשה בריחו, לילה מן קל ברכתה בשירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תאמירן בעלמה, ויאמרו אמן.
And as we turn forward to page 74 and ready ourselves to offer the words of the Amidah, I think we will all agree that Michelle is fortunate to have a lovely stack of kippot in front of him. so that he and Elena can share them together. I hope, Michelle, you are also showing Elena, I don't know if you can see them in front of you, the very many emojis that are being shared for her and her attention in different chats. We've got heart eyes and balloons and flowers. Elena, you like flowers? Yeah, flowers are beautiful this time of year. But it's lovely to have you join us, just like everyone else is joining us. Brings a little bit of brightness and joy into our evening daven. We're on page 74. The words of the Amidar are before us. We begin them with a powerful reminder on the facing page. A reminder that prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched field, nor bend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer, I promise, can water the arid soul, can mend the broken heart, and can rebuild the weakened will.
Adonai שפתי תפתחו פי אגיד תהילתך ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו ואלוהי אבותינו ואמותינו אלוהי אברהם אלוהי יצחק ואלוהי יעקב אלוהי שרה אלוהי רבקה אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא אל עליון גומל חסדים טובים וקונה הכל וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך אתה אדוני מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם מזריח השמש ומוריד הטל מכלכל חיים בחסד מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים סומך נופלים ורופא חולים ומתיר אסורים ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומדומה לך מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישוע ונאמן אתה לחיות מתים ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי המתים אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש וקדושים בכל יום והללוך סלע ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
Amen. We continue now with silent personal prayer through to the end, the foot of page 100. We will rejoin each other after that with the main Shemona Esrei on page 102. But for now, let's be together in our own personal thoughts.
עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, Shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael.
Va'al kol b'nei Adam. My friends, we're going to take a moment just to share the screen to take a few moments to update you on a few things that are happening in and around our community because Eve, as you say so beautifully in the chat on Facebook, you miss TBI. Well, I promise you, the feeling is utterly mutual. We so miss having our friends, our members with us in the sanctuary. We know what we're doing is so significant to so many, but how much we would love to be doing that which we've always done and are so proud to be able to do. But Yachad is what's going to bring us together on the high holidays. And hopefully for those of you who are members of the congregation, you've had an opportunity to receive in the last week your ticket to the high holidays, your login information for Yachad. If you haven't, just shoot through an email. It's up there in the top corner. If you haven't been able to log in, there's a query there that you can send. And for those of you that have found your way to joining us through the virtual leading of our services on Facebook and YouTube, who aren't members of our community, there's information there about how you can subscribe. Because beginning on the 1st of September, which is next Tuesday, we'll be moving our services from where they currently are to the section on Yachad where it says, scrolling down the page, live services. And this might take us into one of those infinity loops if I click it right now, because when I click on that button and go to the live services button, it's on the page, live services. And this might take us into one of those infinity loops if I click it right now, because sees me talking to myself. I paused there to let it play out, but that's where we're going to be leading our services through the live page there. There's a fantastic new chat function we've put in there because we know that catching up with each other is so important. But the reason I've put Yachad up on the screen right now is 7 days out. We've had 7 days of Elul, and for 7 days we've been sharing New Year reflections, shofar blasts and shofar music, beautiful series of music from Michelle and from others. And I know that he and David Cram are going to be recording some more music tomorrow to be sharing over the coming days. Shofar blasts from all sorts of different members of our community. Today we shared a video that I did with the parents of essential workers at the King David School. And so that's there today. And tomorrow I'm going to Federal Parliament with Josh Burns MP, our local member of Federal Parliament, who's quite the capable shofar blower, I understand. And he's going to be sharing his. But what we've also done for the second week of Elul is we've added these 2 new exciting options which are designed to help us feel like we're together. You can click on share a recipe, and if you've got a favorite recipe that you like to share this time of year, we want you to come onto this page, download the template. It allows you to just fill out your recipe in a really easy way. And then once you've done that, you save the file and you come here and you click on this button and email it back to us. And as it says down here, in these places, that's where we could have your recipes. Now, I'm pretty sure you're out there tonight, Esther. I know you've got a couple of outstanding recipes. I'm not sure if you're up to sharing them, but I know that our community would love to have a couple of your favorite Rosh Hashanah recipes. And I'm sure there are many others in our community who would love to share their recipes too. The other great page that we've done, a great initiative, many of you would know of and be familiar with our healing service on Yom Kippur. And this year, one of the younger members of our congregation, Morgan Bainash, is putting together a little project.
I think the thing that people miss the most about attending services in person is that sense of community. We wanted to try recreate a feeling of togetherness throughout our High Holiday services virtually this year. One of the ways we're doing that is creating a community video to be shown during our Yom Kippur healing service. And we really, really would love you to be involved. You can do this by filming yourself or someone you live with at home saying one of the 3 following phrases: Refuah Shlema, we are with you, or sending you love and strength. Once you've done this, you can send it to the email that is in the instructions provided. I'm just going to really quickly show you an example of someone in my family doing this. So I'm going to get out my phone and open the camera onto video, like this, in the landscape.
Refuah Shlema.
It's as easy as that. Looking forward to seeing all of your videos.
Thank you, Morgan. We're really appreciative of volunteers like Morgan taking the lead in so many of our projects, trying to bring us together as a community. But there really are opportunities for everyone, and we want to keep inviting and encouraging you to take these opportunities. Explore yachad.org.au, share it with your friends, and help us really, as it says, bring in the holidays heart to heart, even though we know that we can't do it face to face. But right now, we have to continue with our services. And so I want to turn your attention to a different slide that I'm sharing right now. This one's in bright pink. And it says before you that in recognition of the month of Elul and in preparation for the new year, we rise for the sounding of the shofar. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lishmoa kol shofar. Blessed are you, eternal God, ruler of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and who commands us to sound the shofar.
Tekiah Shevarim Tekiah Tekiah Teruah Tekiah Tekiah Shevarim Teruah Tekiah.
And with that, we'll stop the sharing of the screen and turn forward in our services to our closing prayers, Aleinu, which begins on page 586. Michelle, your hands are full, but hopefully you can lead us in the adoration.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא נוטה שמיים ויוצאת הארץ, ומושבי יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינת עוזו בגבי מרומים, הוא אלוהינו אין עוד, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים, לבני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
And so we move from the words of Aleinu to the words of Kaddish Yatom as we ready ourselves to offer the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 598. But in advance of that, we want to begin first by thinking of those who have most recently been taken from our community and whose shiva we are observing, or indeed in the case of Dylan Ellis, a young 20-year-old member of our congregation who tragically lost his life in an accident last evening, who is yet to be laid to rest. We think of you, Dylan, as well as Nathan Fink, Miriam Friedlander, Jeffrey Salinger, Frederick Matzner, who are all observing Shiva at this time. We also think of Gary Axe, Renee Ingersoll, Walter Castellan, Helen Leach, George Lederman, Minnie Sadman, Ruth Shire, Nancy Schenker, Irene Singh, Martha Stiglitz, Dimitrios Tsipinopoulos, Bettine Ward, and Shirley Zinman, all of whom we are still recalling their shloshim. And on this very cool, very dark and very wet Melbourne evening. We also recognize the 11th anniversary of the passing of Mary Maimoff, the 15th anniversary of the passing of Katie Selby, and the 12th anniversary of the loss of Bella and Jack Stone, and offer words of comfort and consolation to the Maimoff, the Levi and the Seligman families, as we turn our thoughts now to Kaddish Yatom. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, ועמד דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחידכו בית ישראל, ועגלה בזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם עמי עמיה, יפרח וישתבח ויפאר ויתרומן ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילם מן כל בריחתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דמרן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו amen. May the one who creates harmony in the heavens above bring peace to us, to all humanity, and to that we say amen. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening, and before Michelle sings us out in song, for those who aren't in YouTube and haven't seen the chat but are watching us in Facebook or on Yachad, I will recognize the fact that Esther has confirmed that she will be sending us a recipe before Shabbos. That part I added, but I know it's coming soon. Looking forward to sharing your recipes and your various greetings. Michelle, what are we leaving us with?
לשנה טובה תיכתבו, לשנה טובה תיכתבו, תיכתבו ותחתמון.
My friends, it's going to be a different year, but we still so very much hope it's going to be a good year for us all. Shana Tova, we'll see you on Shabbos.